My beloved child, before you continue with the busyness of this day, pause for a moment and stay here with me. Take a slow breath. Let the pressure of the day settle for a moment. Let the endless stream of thoughts slow down. There is something your heart needs to remember. You have spent so much time carrying responsibilities, solving problems, and trying to keep everything together that you have forgotten how often I have been carrying you. Even now, while you are listening, I am closer than you realize. I am not speaking to the version of you that performs for others. I am not speaking to the version of you that feels the need to appear strong. I am speaking to the deepest part of you, the place that still longs for peace, still hopes for healing, and still believes that there must be something greater than fear. My child, I have watched every step of your journey. I have seen the battles you never told anyone about. I have seen the nights when sleep would not come. I have seen the questions you were afraid to ask. I have seen the moments when you felt forgotten. And through every one of those moments, I remain near. The world has filled your ears with many voices. Voices of pressure, voices of comparison, voices of disappointment, voices that tell you what you lack instead of reminding you what you already possess. But beneath every competing voice, my voice remains unchanged. It is steady. It is patient. It is filled with truth. I do not shout to prove my presence. I do not compete with chaos. I speak with the confidence of one who has never lost control. My child, there are seasons when my work is hidden. A seed beneath the soil appears inactive, yet life is forming within it. Roots grow where no one applauds. Strength develops where no one notices. Transformation often begins long before it becomes visible. The same is true in your life. You may think little is happening. You may believe progress has stopped. You may wonder if your prayers have gone unanswered. But I tell you, I am still working. I am arranging what you cannot see. I am strengthening what feels weak. I am preparing what is not yet ready. And I am teaching your heart to trust me more deeply than before. My beloved child, do not measure your life only by what has already happened. There are blessings you have not yet encountered. There are doors you have not yet seen. There are friendships you have not yet formed. There are prayers that are still unfolding in ways you cannot currently understand. Trust me with the process. Trust me with the timing. Trust me with the parts of your story that remain unfinished. For I am the author of your life, and I never abandon what I begin. Stay close to me. Stay faithful in the small things. Stay open to my peace. And little by little, step by step, you will begin to recognize my hand in places where you once saw only uncertainty. My child, you are loved more deeply than you know. You are seen more clearly than you realize. And your story is far from over. I am still writing it, and what I am writing is filled with hope. My beloved child, now that you have become still enough to listen, I want to show you something many people spend years searching for. They search for peace and success. They search for peace in relationships. They search for peace in achievements, possessions, and approval. Yet even after finding those things, many still feel restless inside. Why? Because true peace is not something you build with your own hands. It is something you receive from my presence. My child, I know how hard you have been trying. I know how often you have carried burdens that were never meant to rest entirely on your shoulders. You worry about tomorrow. You replay yesterday. You examine every mistake. You wonder whether you are doing enough. You question whether you are moving in the right direction. And slowly, without realizing it, your mind becomes crowded. Your heart becomes tired. Your spirit becomes weary. But I did not create you to live under constant pressure. I created you to walk with me. There is a difference. Walking with me does not remove every challenge from your life. It does not guarantee that every road will be smooth. It does not mean you will never face disappointment, but it does mean you do not face those things alone. My beloved child, some of the weight you carry today comes from trying to control things that were never yours to control. You want certainty about the future. You want guarantees. You want every question answered before you take the next step. Yet faith does not grow through certainty. Faith grows through trust. A child does not need to understand every detail of the journey to trust a loving father. The child simply holds the father's hand. That is what I am inviting you to do. Not to figure everything out. Not to solve every mystery. Not to predict every outcome. Simply hold my hand. Stay close to me. Walk with me one day at a time. My child, There are moments when you feel forgotten because the answers have not arrived as quickly as you hoped. But delays are not proof of abandonment. Silence is not proof of absence. Waiting is not proof that nothing is happening. Many of the greatest works I perform happen beneath the surface, where human eyes cannot see. Think of a tree during winter. To an observer, it appears inactive. Nothing seems to be happening. Yet beneath the ground, life remains. Roots continue growing. Strength continues developing. Preparation continues taking place. Then spring arrives. What seemed dormant suddenly blooms. My child, some areas of your life are experiencing a winter season right now. Do not mistake winter for death. Do not mistake waiting for failure. Do not mistake preparation for punishment. I am still working. Even now, especially now, my beloved child, there are wounds within your heart that you have tried to heal by yourself. Some came from disappointment. Some came from rejection. Some came from words spoken over you years ago. Others came from dreams that did not unfold the way you expected. You carried those wounds for so long that they began to feel normal. But I see them, and I care about them. Nothing that hurts you is too small for my attention. Nothing that burdens your heart is insignificant to me. Bring those wounds into my presence. You do not need to hide them. You do not need to pretend they no longer affect you. Healing begins where honesty begins. My child, many people try to appear strong because they fear weakness, but I am not drawn to perfection. I am drawn to sincerity. I am not asking you to impress me. I am asking you to trust me. Bring me your questions. Bring me your fears. Bring me your confusion. Bring me your hopes. Bring me your disappointments. Bring me your whole heart. That is where transformation begins. My beloved child, there are times when you think I am far away because you cannot feel me. But feelings are not the measure of my presence. There are days when the sun is hidden behind clouds, yet the sun has not disappeared. It remains exactly where it has always been. In the same way, my presence remains, even when your emotions cannot sense it. I am near in the bright days. I am near in the difficult days. I am near in moments of confidence. I am near in moments of doubt. My love for you does not fluctuate with your circumstances. It remains constant. Steady, faithful, unchanging, my child. I want you to stop measuring your worth by your performance. The world teaches you to earn value. The world rewards achievement. The world praises results. But my love does not operate according to those systems. You do not earn my love. You receive it. You do not become valuable because of what you accomplish. You are valuable because I created you. You are loved because you are mine. Nothing can increase that love. Nothing can decrease it. My beloved child, there are dreams within your heart that you have almost stopped believing for. Dreams you once prayed about. Dreams you once imagined. Dreams that now feel distant. I know every one of them. And while not every dream unfolds exactly as you expect, I want you to know something important. Hope is not your enemy. Disappointment may have convinced you to lower your expectations. Fear may have convinced you to stop hoping. Past failures may have taught you to expect less, but hope remains a gift. Do not surrender it. Do not bury it. Do not abandon it. Place it in my hands. Trust me with it. Allow me to shape it. Allow me to guide it. Allow me to reveal what is truly best for your life. My child, the future may seem uncertain from where you stand, but it is not uncertain to me. I already see every step ahead. I know every challenge. I know every opportunity. I know every lesson. I know every victory. Nothing surprises me. Nothing catches me off guard. Nothing arrives outside my awareness. So when fear whispers that everything is falling apart, remember who is holding your life. Remember who walks beside you. Remember who remains faithful. My beloved child, peace does not come from controlling every circumstance. Peace comes from trusting the one who remains sovereign over every circumstance. That is why I invite you to release what you cannot carry. Release the pressure to have every answer. Release the pressure to be perfect. Release the pressure to meet everyone's expectations. Release the pressure to control outcomes. Give those burdens to me. You were never designed to carry them alone. My child, the world will continue moving quickly. People will continue rushing. Opinions will continue changing. Circumstances will continue shifting. But my truth remains. My promises remain. My presence remains. And if you look, the world cannot provide. Storms may come, challenges may arise, questions may remain, yet beneath it all, my peace can sustain you. My beloved child, I know there are moments when you wonder whether your life truly matters. It does. I know there are moments when you question whether your efforts make a difference. They do. I know there are moments when you feel invisible. You are not. I see every act of kindness. I see every sacrifice. I see every prayer. I see every moment you choose faith when fear would be easier. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is overlooked. Nothing escapes my notice. My child, as this day continues, I want you to remember one simple truth. You do not have to carry tomorrow today. You only need today's grace for today's journey. Tomorrow will have its own provision. Tomorrow will have its own guidance. Tomorrow will have its own strength. For now, stay present with me. Walk with me. Trust me. Listen for my voice. And when anxiety tries to return, remind your heart of this. I am with you. When fear tries to return, remind your heart. I am with you. When uncertainty tries to overwhelm you, remind your heart. I am with you. Because, my beloved child, that truth changes everything. You are not walking through life alone. You never were. You never will be. Rest in that truth. Receive that peace. And continue forward knowing that my love surrounds you even now. Amen. My beloved child, there are seasons in life that feel like movement. Doors open, prayers are answered, opportunities appear, everything seems clear and full of momentum. But there are also seasons that feel different. Seasons when progress appears slow. Seasons when answers seem delayed. Seasons when you keep looking ahead and wondering when things will finally change. If you are in such a season right now, listen carefully. I have not forgotten you. I have not overlooked your prayers. I have not abandoned the promises I placed within your heart. The waiting season is not evidence that I am absent. Often, it is evidence that I am working in ways you cannot yet see. My child, one of the hardest lessons for the human heart is learning to trust while nothing appears to be changing. You can trust when answers arrive. You can trust when blessings appear. You can trust when everything makes sense. But can you trust when the road remains unclear? Can you trust when the breakthrough has not yet arrived? Can you trust when the prayer seems unanswered? This is where faith grows strongest. Not when everything is visible, but when you continue walking even when visibility is limited. My beloved child, think about the farmer who plants seeds. After planting, he does not immediately see the harvest. Days pass, weeks pass, sometimes months pass. Yet beneath the soil, life is already developing. The harvest begins long before it becomes visible. The same is true for many things I am doing in your life. You see empty ground. I see hidden growth. You see delay. I see preparation. You see silence. I see development. Never assume that because you cannot see progress, no progress exists. Many of my greatest works begin in hidden places. My child, waiting is difficult because it often exposes what is happening inside your heart. When answers are delayed, fears rise to the surface. When clarity is missing, doubts become louder. When results do not appear immediately, impatience begins to grow. Yet even these moments can become opportunities. Because when those things rise to the surface, I can heal them. I can teach you. I can strengthen you. I can draw you closer. My beloved child, you have asked me many questions. When will this happen? Why is it taking so long? What am I supposed to do next? Have I missed something? I hear every question, and I am not offended by them. I understand your desire for clarity. I understand your longing for answers. But there are times when the answer you seek is not a date, a timeline, or an explanation. Sometimes the answer is simply my presence, because my presence will sustain you until the timing becomes clear. My child, you often think that if you only knew the future, you would finally have peace. But peace does not come from knowing the future. Peace comes from knowing me. The future may change. Circumstances may shift. Plans may unfold differently than expected. But I remain the same. And when your trust is rooted in me, your peace becomes stronger than uncertainty. My beloved child, there are blessings you are not yet ready to carry. Not because you are incapable, not because you are unworthy, but because preparation takes time. A foundation must be strong enough to support what will eventually be built upon it. If a building rises too quickly without a solid foundation, it becomes vulnerable. The same is true in life. I care more about lasting growth than rapid growth. I care more about depth than speed. I care more about who you are becoming than how quickly you arrive. So when I slow certain things down, it is not always because I am withholding. Sometimes I am preparing. Sometimes I am protecting. Sometimes I am strengthening what will be needed later. Trust me in those moments. My child, there are people in Scripture who waited. Many waited longer than they expected. Many experienced seasons of uncertainty. Many struggled to understand my timing. Yet when they looked back, they discovered something remarkable. I had been faithful the entire time. The waiting seasons were not empty. The delays were not meaningless. The unanswered questions were not wasted. Every season contributed to the story I was writing, and the same is true for you, my beloved child. Do not compare your timeline to someone else's. Comparison steals peace. Comparison distorts perspective. Comparison makes you forget the unique journey I have given you. Someone else's path is not your path. Someone else's timing is not your timing. Someone else's assignment is not your assignment. Trust the road I have placed before you. Walk it faithfully, and allow me to guide you step by step. My child, there are moments when discouragement whispers that nothing will ever change. Do not believe that voice. Discouragement sees only the present moment. I see the entire picture. Discouragement focuses on obstacles. I see possibilities. Discouragement focuses on limitations. I see potential. Discouragement focuses on what has not happened yet. I see what is already being prepared. My beloved child, remember how many times I have carried you before. Remember the situations you thought would destroy you. Remember the seasons you thought you would never survive. Remember the prayers I have already answered. Remember the strength I have already provided. Those memories are reminders of my faithfulness, and my faithfulness has not ended. If I was with you then, I am with you now. If I guided you then, I will guide you now. If I provided for you then, I will provide for you now. My child, the waiting season can become a sacred season if you allow it. It can become a season of deeper trust, a season of stronger faith, a season of greater wisdom, a season of renewed perspective. Do not waste this season by focusing only on what you lack. Pay attention to what you are learning. Pay attention to how you are growing. Pay attention to how I am shaping your heart. There is value here. There is purpose here. There is grace here. My beloved child, I know you want the next chapter. I know you are eager to move forward. I know you long to see the fulfillment of what you have been hoping for, and there is nothing wrong with that desire. But do not become so focused on tomorrow that you miss what I am doing today. There are blessings available in this moment. There is wisdom available in this moment. There is peace available in this moment. Receive them, my child. Every sunrise arrives at the appointed time. Every season arrives at the appointed time. Every harvest arrives at the appointed time. And many of the things you are waiting for will arrive in their appointed time as well. You do not have to force them. You do not have to manipulate circumstances. You do not have to carry the weight of making everything happen. Your responsibility is faithfulness. My responsibility is the outcome. Trust that difference. Live from that truth. Rest in that truth. My beloved child, today I want you to release the burden of trying to control what only I can control. Release the timelines. Release the pressure. Release the fear. Release the constant need for certainty. And place those things into my hands. My hands are strong enough to carry what overwhelms you. My wisdom is greater than your understanding. My perspective is larger than your perspective. My timing is more perfect than you can currently see. Trust me, even here, even now, even in the waiting, because the waiting season is not the end of your story. It is part of the story. And one day you will look back and discover that what felt like a delay was actually preparation. What felt like silence was actually guidance. What felt like standing still was actually growth. Until that day comes, remain close to me. Listen for my voice. Follow my peace. Take the next step when I show it to you. And remember this, my beloved child. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not abandoned. You are being led. You are being prepared. and you are deeply